Pittsburgh at Baltimore. Baltimore's a 6-point favorite. This number's come down. Neither of us were scared off by the Steelers' loss to the Eagles on Sunday to not bet them here. I actually waited until Monday afternoon to get the 6.5. As soon as I saw Tomlin say he was optimistic about TJ Watt, more money than tickets on the Steelers. So, it's not a pro Joe split, but there is a higher percentage of dollars coming in on the Steelers. Also, some optimism. George Pickens may play after missing the past couple of weeks. Tomlin said they're going to monitor him this week, which is more than he said last week going into the Ravens. Have you seen anything to make you not want to play this?
No, and honestly, it was pretty funny. Like, we did our Sunday show, and I led off with just doing in a row the Thursday to Saturday games, and we basically just said each one we like the dog. Each number has come down, so pretty shocking where the favorites have been so good that these dogs have moved the other way. And yeah, our simple view of this Pittsburgh number is like it's too big, and especially in a matchup where they've always played really well against Lamar. It's one of the few teams that knows how to make him kind of a just terrible day. For some reason, he's uncomfortable when he plays against Pittsburgh, and he tends to struggle. Obviously, the key to that is what you just talked about, TJ Watt. Like, I am 100% with you on that one. If he is a game time decision, whatever it may be, we could put this one in. I wouldn't put it in if that's what we're playing with. Like, if we have to lock this in, I wouldn't risk it, knowing that we're betting a Pittsburgh team that might be down their number one D end and their number one receiver. Like, that is a lot to overcome. And yeah, amazing stat from Evan. Lamar 0-5 against the spread versus Pittsburgh. So me and Chad, I mean, we got lazy with this one. We always just bet Pittsburgh in this spot. It feels like the same here. Like, 6.5 was a great number. You can still find there's one really public book out there still sitting on 6.5. Buy it. Why not take it? And if you do get scared off, buy. Or you can try to do what I just told you. Try to middle it. Take the teaser. Ravens tease up the Chiefs right now. Like, there is value here to this middle because it does feel like the kind of game where the Ravens are going to win, but they'll win maybe by a Justin Tucker field goal. Like, it'll come down to last possession. That's just how these two teams play. It's just a game we love to bet the dog, especially Tomlin in this spot. We expect him to bounce back after that embarrassing loss to the Eagles team. So, yeah, Chad, it's a game I love, but if there's no TJ, I don't think we'd put it in our contest.
Simon, like last week with Cleveland and Kansas City, where you said very specifically, avoid it. It's gross. And yet somehow I snuck it in. I'm putting this one only if TJ Watt is playing, which I agree. And if he's not, I might try to buy out of it.
Well, I just think they'll screw us on the number. If he's not playing, I bet you it goes back to the 6.5. I could easily see this being 5.5 in contest.
Yeah. And it was a clunker. Like, the Steelers, they had 5 minutes possession in the first half, right? And there was going to be inflation on this game when they played as badly as they did against the Eagles. And Lamar was throwing 5 touchdowns against the Giants. And I will say this about the Steelers. They were terrible. If not for that Najee Harris dropped lateral, they were down 20-13. They may have been tied or down just 4 midway through the third quarter, and that really changes the game.
Yeah, and the Tomlin punt too. Tomlin punted on the Eagles side of the ball, and what was it? Eagles had a 10-minute, 11-minute drive.
Eagles never give it back.
Right. So
literally had the ball for 10 minutes, 20 seconds.
That was a bad Tomlin game, I think, overall.
It almost feels like, we were nervous about that, and nervous about that game and nervous about the Chiefs game. Because we were betting into the trends that we knew they couldn't last forever. And I feel like in both cases, it's like we popped a zit. And it's like there's just so much. It's all been relieved. And we can go back again now. You know what I mean?
The funniest was when I said Pittsburgh Sunday night. You gave me a look of like, I'm just happy you said it because I can't say anything right now.
I would not have
this
wanted to
is
say
the
it.
right spot for Pittsburgh.